That's how sailors build a house. All right, so it's been more than a hot minute since we did anything up here that we've recorded. You saw where we had all the footings poured. The last thing we really posted on my son's house was when we poured the middle two columns. Day before yesterday, went through and cut all of the actual posts that will hold up the floor on the post and beam floor system. Today we're going to go through and just set the inner joist for the double rim joist around the perimeter. So as of right now, we're not attaching the post to the anchors. They're just held with the pipe clamp, for lack of a better term. It's not really a pipe, but that's what it is. The reason for that is the 6x6s are still a little bit moist, and because of that they're swelled. They don't fit the anchors completely, but it's been 104 for the last 2 days. It's supposed to be a little over 100 today. They're shrinking real fast. We should be able to actually set them in, anchor them, make sure everything's squared up by the end of the weekend. Today we're going to go through and just set the inner joist for the double rim joist around the perimeter. Okay, I'm not sure what happened to the rest of the video. I don't know if my camera got hot and just stopped recording it, lost it all. The rim joist is complete on Guss's house. The next thing to do is to go through and put the bottom plate, which will actually help support the floor joist in there. It's not necessarily necessary, but it's just the way we're going to build it. It'll help hold the insulation in as well. So back up here at our house, got the cupola finished. Still got to put the vents in, but I can put those in from the inside. The next thing that we've been working on is getting the edge of the garden fence here. The other side of that will be the dog's backyard. This side of it will be the garden. Spent the early part of this morning cleaning out right down here. This is where the corner of the chicken coop run and dog yard will be. Right now the guineas are over here in the what will be the chicken run, all the way back up here to the corner of the chicken coop. Finished burning up some of the fallen stuff. We're just trying to get this area cleaned up so that we can get what will be the north fence of the dog yard or the south wall of the chicken run, however you want to word that. We're trying to get that all laid out so we can get it in, so we can actually fence off the other part and give the dogs roughly about 4 times more space than what they have right now. So with the temperatures being 100 plus for the last several weeks, we did have a little bit of rain that came through, but it was still 100 degrees, so it all left instantly. But because it's been so hot, we haven't really been videoing anything. We have been working, but we have to work early in the morning and late at night. By the time it's about 10:30, 11 o'clock in the morning, it's already peaking 100. Today's supposed to be a little over 115. Later on in this week, I think it's tomorrow, it's supposed to be 120-ish. I know on the news this morning they said that yesterday there was a place that actually hit 125 for a little bit. So yeah, it's warm, but welcome to Oklahoma. It's always that way. All right, so we're right here by the chicken coop. The garden's right here, and right here all of this is going to come up. It's roughly about 1.5 acres, 2 acres. We're going to make this the pen for the donkey, so I got to get to cleaning. All right, so real quick, I know there's a multitude of homestead, farming, home improvement type channels, all that kind of stuff out there on YouTube that put out a lot better quality content than we do. They put it out a lot faster than we do. And, you know, they have like equipment and they have money and stuff like that. You know, things that we just don't have here at Canfield Corner. I'm a disabled vet. Amanda is manager at Tractor Supply. You know, we don't make a whole lot of money, but we have things here that a lot of those other channels don't have. For example, we have hedge trimmers. Okay, yeah, you don't see them other channels using hedge trimmers to clear their deal. We have cloppers, also known as tree pruners, you know, got the long handle kind. All right, and you know, we got other stuff that those other channels don't have. You know, they got them big fancy brush hogs and all that. Troy built 20-inch right there, baby. I'm telling you, you don't get better than that. Now I know there are people out there who automatically assume, hey, you don't do all this by hand, but we do. Everything is cut by hand. We mow it with a 20-inch push mower, like I said, and you use what you've got, you know. I mean, there is an argument that we could put a hot wire around this, put some goats in there, and they would eat it down in no time. Problem is, they would eat everything, and we're selectively removing stuff here. Basically, what I'm removing is any of the sumac, not the poison kind, so don't be flipping out there. We're removing some of the elms, and we're basically just trying to get all of the deadfall off the ground so we can get it burned up. Once it's done, we can come through with the push mower, get it down to a height where we can actually tell what we've got. A lot of these trees are going to be transplanted later, so we don't want to remove all of them. We just want to clean it up, see what's there. So it's been an hour. When I showed you the temperature and all that earlier, it was 10:45. It is now 11:40, and I've got quite a bit of it cleared here. As you can see, I left quite a few of these little trees here. This one here is actually a post oak. That one back there is a blackjack. I could leave it, I could take it out, either one. Most of these smaller ones right in here, and a lot of these up in through here, are all what's called a winged elm. Another couple months, end of October, early November, we're going to dig these elm trees up, transplant them, and put them on either side of the driveway so they'll grow up and kind of shade the driveway. We also have a sycamore right here, American sycamore. I don't know if there's a difference between a regular sycamore and an American sycamore, but if there is, this is an American sycamore. Why? Because this isn't Russia. And over here, let's see, this one right here is an American elm. Why? Because it's not China. As you can see, I've got a path mowed through here. I've still got some of the underbrush to take care of up around these trees, and I may not save all of these, especially with these elms. We're going to let them grow up a little bit more, and like I said, we're going to transplant them to the top part, because the north 10 acres up here, or excuse me, the north of the 10 acres up here, roughly about 4 acres of it, there's like 2 trees total. So we're going to transplant a lot of these younger ones, and that's the reason why I'm not cutting them all down. So as you can see, with just a 20-inch Troy built mower from Tractor Supply, you can do a lot. Right now it's 11:45, and the heat index just pushed above 115, so I'm gonna take my butt inside and get a little bit of water down my throat. Y'all have a good day.